Hey, my friends, how are you doing? So, today I want to share with you something that could be a game changer for you. It has been for me. It's the power of decisions. This decision that we make that changes everything. Let me explain. I will give you two examples and then we'll discuss it. So, the first example was in January 2020. I was actually super tired because I barely slept. I actually had some quite some drinks the night before, and I arrived super late to a meeting, and I had some coffees, and I was feeling happy. You know, sometimes like when I'm very tired and still kind of, I guess I still have some alcohol in my blood, and plus the caffeine and so on, and I'm just like kind of being a bit silly and crazy, which basically is my personality, part of my personality, one of the aspects of my personality. It's not the whole of who I am, but I embrace that part of me and I like it. This crazy, playful part that makes life more fun and cool to live, you know. And so I was being that way, but also I said something very clever, and I don't know. Sometimes you just don't pay attention. You don't pay attention to things that you say, especially not the good ones. You tend to pay attention to the bad ones and criticize yourself, but you don't pay attention to the good ones. And so I went to the bathroom and I say, "Wow, that was really clever." And I looked at myself and somehow I saw my eyes shining and I was like, "Wow." And I had that thought. Basically, I made a decision. Oh, I'm God. Not God in like a pretentious or in like a Christian way, like like Bible, a biblical way of God is a person or something. Is that man in the sky? I don't believe in that. But God, I'm God's like I'm one, right? I'm one with everything. I'm connected. I am embracing my essence, and I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm remembering who I am. I think that's what I meant with I am God. But by saying that, and I said it in a way that was clear and strong, and it was a decision, firm decision, I am God. And so I believed it. And so it's a decision about what you believe. And when you believe something so strong as I am God, I am life, it changed, something clicked inside of me. And I think all the fears disappeared, and I had a meeting. So I had this important meeting. I was super late for it, and I decided, and I had prepared myself for the meeting, and I had prepared myself to fight in the meeting, to criticize, to kind of a victim way of doing things, kind of criticizing and saying what I wasn't happy about, and I was going to basically kind of cry about my situation and what needed to improve and so on. And that simple decision of I am God and really believing it. So this new belief, like, or not a new belief, but actually um, embodying that belief, changed the way I approach the meeting. And I just say, oh, wait a second. No, I'm not going to go in the meeting with that energy and being a victim, and I'm not going to go into the meeting thinking about myself and um, and be driven by fear. I'm going to go into this meeting by giving love, by appreciating, by really. So it was natural. It was not my ego trying to manipulate the situation. It was just like naturally. It was like, yeah, I'm going to appreciate. I'm going to show gratitude. I'm going to be constructive. I'm not going to focus on myself, but I'm going to focus on the bigger picture. In that case, it was like the company and the future and so on. And the meeting was amazing, very constructive, and I actually touched the heart of the person I had the meeting with. And it totally transformed the experience, but also my future and the future of the person and everyone. And then we had that amazing lunch, and so other amazing things happen. Um, but I won't share all the details here. Um, and it all started with a simple decision, a simple belief. And then the other example I wanted to share was this morning, which was a very similar. It was the same thought actually, the same decision, because I found that it's funny. So I made a decision, but sometimes you forget. And when I forget the decision, that belief that who I am is God or is life, I'm part of it. I'm one with all of it. I guess I spend all most of my days driven by fear and focusing on myself, and so basically, yeah, kind of suffering, because I'm not at my best at all. I'm not who I am. I'm just playing that role, that ego-driven person called Stefan, who is not the real me. And so this morning I woke up and it was super clear for me. It was like, huh, yeah. So I'm thinking about what I have done, especially, I don't know, the last few days, and especially the things, and I'm trying to control it, and I'm trying to play it again in my head. And so I'm driven by fear, I'm driven by my ego, I'm trying to protect myself, and this is not who I am. This is very limiting. And so I said, yeah, I don't need to do that because I am God. And at the moment I thought that, at the moment I made that decision, I stopped with all that bullshit, like replaying scenarios in my head and replaying stuff in my head, and focusing on what happened yesterday and 2 days before and so on. And I focused on today. And I felt amazing. I felt strong, I felt certain inside of me because I reconnected with who I was, because I stated I am God. That's who I am. I am life. And there's no fears. No matter what's going to happen, I don't care. I'm above all that. I'm so much more, and we're all so much more than whatever can happen to us. So why be scared of it? It's bullshit. And when we are in that state, in that knowledge of who we are, everything is possible. So why having fears? Okay, maybe your current circumstances can change. It's okay. I embrace change because I know everything is possible. I know I have an unlimited potential. I know that when I know who I am and I live as who I really am, and I'm not driven by fear, I can create anything new. And change is good, and that I'm guided. And yeah, better things will come. I'm not attached to anything, and that's where and fear disappears. And yeah, and that's how life should be lived, and that's what I'm trying to do for myself and for others. That's my main objective, is to embrace that truth, to live that truth, and to share it and help people to live that truth as well. So make a decision, embrace that belief, embrace who you really are, and watch with pleasure what life is going to give to you.